with each other, right? And this alone doing with it while all these guys look at me, look, okay? Yeah, and they thought Toyota. Like 5 came out of a Toyota at the gas station. Yeah, and look at this, okay? And I'm like, why the hanging out together? Look at me, okay? Why are you guys hanging out together? Look at me! I'm alone. You guys are together? Why? What is wrong with you?
What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Salute to everybody tuning in. I probably have already played a piece of the clip. I can't play all of it because of the language. I'll put a link in the description box so y'all can check the full video out. But I wanted to talk about this female who felt entitled to the attention of these 5 guys, right, that she randomly saw at a gas station that did not really pay her any attention, and it bothered her. And you have to say to yourself, in an era where women are complaining about men approaching them, about men harassing them in the street, you got women that talk about thirsty guys and being all, you would think that women have a better understanding that they've pretty much done this to themselves. So because you feel like you looking good, you showing the big tatas, right? You want some attention, because there are probably days where women don't really want attention, right? They just want to be left alone. But there are days when there are women who want attention at that particular day, at that particular moment. Looked like it was at night, the bad, I don't know what kind of phone she was using for this particular TikTok video, but she was very triggered. She was very bothered. And it seemed to me that on that day, she wanted attention. She wanted guys to approach her, right? She was just waiting. She thought that because she felt she was looking good in her dress or whatever she was wearing, she was done up, that these guys was going to be all on her. Just for her to see 5 guys together not showing her any attention whatsoever. And then she went on to basically say that they are gay. And this is what I want to know from the alphabet community. How long are you to continue to allow women to shame men for being something that those men aren't? Weaponizing what you are against men, right? Because these females who get ignored, because this must have been a group of guys that she was attracted to. Because if these were guys that she didn't felt that was attractive, if these were guys that she, weren't really interested in, I don't think it would have bothered her as much. These were obviously the type of guys that she normally goes for. And the fact that they probably walked right past her like she was a nobody, she felt some type of way. You see, we as men can't complain about not getting attention from women, even though when you speak about the behavior of women, they will turn around and say, well, you can't get attention from women, that's why you're complaining about them. But what about the women who get on TikTok and social media and they complain about the fact that men aren't showing them any attention? It's not all men, it's the men that they want. You got women who can't get the attention of the men that they want. And because they can't get the attention of the men that they want, they get on social media and complain about it. In her mind, she's looking good. In her mind, she's dressed nice. She's showing the big tatas, right? Done makeup on. Hair did. Now, I don't know if she was on her way to a party or coming back from one. Maybe she is, in that mood. Maybe she's in the mood to get some dizzick. And nobody's answering the phone, so she's frustrated, and maybe she was like, tonight is the night somebody's gonna get lucky. Because that type of frustration tells you exactly where her life is. This is clearly a female that doesn't have a boyfriend, and if she does, he's a sucker. Okay, she's only with you for security. She's only with you so she wouldn't be alone. She's only with you so she can have some in-house dizzick. Because for her to complain about guys ignoring her at a gas station of all places just tells y'all that if a woman is attracted to you enough, she's gonna want you to approach her. And I guarantee you she did everything she could to get their attention. Probably was walked up near them, followed them, right? Like you will have somebody that you could tell is attracted to you because they will follow you around the store. I've had it happen to me. You know, I'm going around the store, not really paying attention, but you have this female who you can clearly see is kind of tracing your steps, so to speak. She wants you to notice her, right? That's what this female is. She wanted somebody to notice her. She wanted somebody to be checking for her, to check her out so she can say yay or nay. You know, she wanted the opportunity to be able to curve somebody, and it didn't happen. I would never want to deal with this woman in a relationship. She's pretty much exposed herself as being an attention seeker, somebody who clearly has low self-esteem, somebody who clearly is spoiled, who's used to getting her way, right? But when it comes to guys, she can't really crack that code. You know, she can't always get her way when it comes to men. And she wants to call these 5 guys out and question their orientation because they weren't checking for her. Maybe you're just not attractive enough. Maybe you just didn't look enough. Maybe you look good enough. Maybe you were very, very, very average at best, and it bothered you. It bothered you that you felt in that moment that you were average at best. Those guys were not checking for you. And what a lot of females like this don't understand is why guys aren't checking for them like that. You know, men have options too. And if they're not attracted to you, they're not going to approach you. They're not going to be thirsty for you. And you would think this is what a lot of these females want. Don't they want men to leave them alone and not be thirsty for them? I thought that was what they wanted. I thought they wanted guys to not approach them. They wanted guys to not be thirsty for them, right? They want to call it harassment. Well, it's only harassment if they are not attracted to you. If they are attracted to you, they want you to approach them. And I bet you, again, this chick did everything she could to get the attention of these guys, and they walked right past her like she was a nobody, because she is a nobody. She's a loudmouth, weird, attention-starved female who thought that she was looking good and then got a reality check. And that reality check was that she is very super average, that yes, there are men who don't find her attractive. I know it's difficult because a lot of women think that all men are supposed to find them attractive, but that's just not the case. There are men out here who won't date you. There are men out there that won't have relations with you, and it drives these women crazy. It drives them crazy that there are men out there that wouldn't want to have relations with them. It makes them angry. But then they say that, well, you know what, my body, my choice, right? Okay, well, it's their time and they don't want to waste it by giving you attention. So you should be okay with that. You should be okay with those guys saying, you know what, I just rather not. I'm here to get something out the store and get moving. I'm not here to get this extra average female no play, no attention. And the thing is, those guys probably got girlfriends. So you're telling me that guys who probably have girlfriends or wives are just supposed to be flirting with you, are supposed to ask for your number? Because let's just say this. If those guys would have been hounding her, let's say those guys would have been, following her around the store, asking for her name and number, and she wasn't interested, it'll be a different conversation when she got in that car. But once she got in that car, she realized, yes, those guys don't want her. And she's in this car yelling, probably still at the gas station, yelling because she realized that she is super average and those guys are not checking for her. And I know it's difficult. It's difficult for her to come to the realization that you were in a small bubble. You have thirsty guys who thirst after your photos on social media, guys who are interested in you here and there, but there are going to be guys that are not going to be checking for you. That's just the reality. And the thing is that you have these delusional females. All right. They're the ones who can't take no for an answer. See, we as men, we have to take no for an answer, or we're going to be seen as harassers, right? But you got these women, these females that don't know how to take no for an answer. They get triggered. They get in their feelings. They don't think that men are supposed to reject them, that men are supposed to ignore them. Yes, there are going to be men that ignore you. And because those men ignore you, somehow they're gay. They're gay because they don't want to give you any attention. But these will be the same women who talk about how much they support the alphabet community and they have friends who are part of it. But as soon as they get mad at a guy, they want to call a guy out of their orientation because they feel some type of way about being rejected. These females cannot take rejection. They can't. And if you reject them, they lose their mind. But if it's us, we're supposed to handle rejection with class and with, like a man, right? But women, on the other hand, can act like complete spoiled brats and throw fits on TikTok because God forbid a man not want them.